when it comes to the MVP race, James Harden, man, he's not playing. He's not playing around. I mean, he's been snubbed not once, but twice. I mean, maybe I don't agree with the second one, but at least the first one, in 2015, an MVP he definitely should have gotten. It was robbed of him by Steph Curry. I still think that he should have got that MVP award. And a guy that believes that he wholeheartedly deserves 2 MVP awards to go out and have the season he's having, it's absolutely ridiculous. This is how you know when somebody has a hold on the NBA. And James Harden, he's dominating the league right now. He is the hottest player in the league at the moment in terms of, who's having the best year, who's playing the best right now. I think James Harden is playing the best, and I think that he is going to win the MVP award. I know Anthony Davis has been playing really well lately, but I'm saying for the whole year, James Harden, he is the guy. Now, that goddamn movie pulled off last night. I haven't seen a single play that wasn't a game winner go viral like this. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like a crossover highlight play, an in-game highlight that's not like a game-winning shot. It's everywhere. It's a regular season game. They were up 20, and what James Harden did is everywhere, and everybody is talking about it. I'm not even going to talk about it really, because we all know what it was. Okay, it's not fair. It's like some street ball stuff. It's like if you do this in a street ball game, it's nuts. If you do it in an NBA game, it's like nothing you've seen before. And I was actually talking to my friend like, yo, this is like on the same level of disrespect as like the Allen Iverson double cross on that dude when he hit him twice. Like I'm not saying that it's as impressive as that, but I am saying the disrespect level is there. Or like Allen Iverson on Tyronn Lue. Stuff like that. Stuff that, we are still replaying today. Like that Allen Iverson on Tyronn Lue clip is very popular and very known in 2018, even though it's from, 17 years ago. James Harden made one of those plays, and we're going to be seeing this crossover forever. Okay? This is more viral than the time when Curry dropped Chris Paul on the baseline. I would say so. I mean, because he drops dude, and then he just takes a look at him. He just stares right at him for 5 seconds. Like I said I wasn't gonna detail it into it, but it's just incredible. But for whatever reason, like this has kind of like, I don't know, given James Harden's MVP hype like a second win. Now we're just talking about, a lot of people are like, oh well, just give him the MVP when they saw that move. They're like, just give him it now. Like right when he does that, and it's like, well, I've been arguing for James Harden to win MVP this year. I know I've made some questionable remarks about James Harden, in the past. And at this point, I still want to see him perform in the playoffs at the level that he should. I want to see that because I haven't seen that yet. But I'll give you guys this. There is nobody who should win MVP over James Harden. I know some people want to say, and I've been hearing this a lot lately. I mean, I addressed it in my last video. Anthony Davis and LeBron James are names that you hear a lot for MVP these days. And while I understand this, I just don't see how it can happen. Now, if the Pelicans get to the 3 seed and they finish in 3rd, he is a legit shot as a top 2-3 MVP candidate. I talked about this in my last video. The Pelicans could get to 3rd place. It's possible. And if it does, he's up there. And, depending on how he plays down the stretch, we'll have to figure it out. But, he's got to be amazing for that to happen and for him to beat the MVP. And I think for what the league is as it stands, James Harden is the clear guy. The Houston Rockets have won 14 games in a row. Not only that, but they are the best team in the league record-wise at 48-13. They're something like 30-1 when their whole lineup plays, or something like that, something nuts. I don't know the exact number, but when they have Harden, Capella, and Chris Paul, their lineup is amazing. When they have their full team, their record is unbelievable. So I think you can say the Houston Rockets have easily performed the best out of any regular season team this year. And James Harden, he leads the league in points. He is a top assist guy. He's averaging 31, 9, and 5 right now. And his shooting numbers look good. He's a dominating force, best player on the best team. I think you got to give it to him, and especially when you take into account just how many times he's been snubbed or how many times he's been right there. I think we can all agree that he should have won in 2015, but maybe that's just me. He's got to win it. You can't just keep excluding him from the award. You got to say, okay, well, look at what he's doing. We can't just keep, he's got to win it. And LeBron, I know he's putting up huge numbers, but man, his team is not really looking that good in general, okay? The Cavs have had a very disappointing year. I think it would just be weird for the Cavs to win. LeBron does get accused of a lot of stat padding too. And that's why his numbers maybe look so inflated. I'm not going to say anything, but that's also something that people look at. The Cavs are 36-24 at the moment. They're playing the Sixers right now and losing, but I mean, they could win that game either way. The Cavs, they're almost for sure not going to be a top 2 team in the East, and if you can't finish top 2 in the East, like LeBron should not win MVP if the Cavs can't finish top 2 in the East. The East is not hard, and the Cavs have had a good team. I know that there was some bad, relationships on that last team, but I mean, they had like a 13-game winning streak in there, and they were playing really good at one point, and then IT comes back, and I mean that whole month or whatever, they were just really bad. But I still think like the team is really good. You got Kevin Love coming back, but I don't think I would give it to LeBron. I think LeBron is in third right now for the MVP. I think you got to go Harden, then you got to go Anthony Davis, and then you can say LeBron James. I also want to, shout out DeMar DeRozan, just because he is the most slept on MVP candidate ever. He is so goddamn slept on as an MVP candidate. The Raptors are 43-17. They're playing better than they've ever played in their history. And DeMar DeRozan is the leader. He is easily the best player on this team. He's averaging 24 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He's just been so good for the Raptors this year. And he definitely, obviously he shouldn't win the award or even come close, but I think he's the 4th guy at this point. He's the best player on the best team in the East, which is 43-17. He's easily the best player on that team. The next highest scorer is Kyle Lowry, who averages 16.5 points, basically 2/3 of what DeRozan averages. So, I think, you got to give it to him as like the 4th guy, maybe. I know a lot of people are going to talk about Steph Curry as an MVP candidate. I think he definitely should be there also, but I just think it's really hard to be most valuable if you're on the Warriors, because if you take anybody off the Warriors, they're still an amazing team. They won 73 without Kevin Durant. That's how good they are. So I just think it's really hard to say the most viable players on that team. It's like, I don't think value has to do with, I think you just overloaded a team, and that's the price you pay for overloading a team, is you don't have an MVP guy, because there isn't a single player on that team that's just so important to their team. I mean, they're obviously important, but Curry is not more important to his team than like Davis is to the Pelicans, or I don't know, Harden is to the Rockets, or LeBron is to the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he should be in that top 3, but yeah, he could be top 5. That's going to do it for this video, though. I think James Harden is definitely the MVP of the year. He's leading the league in scoring by 3 points, and he's just been remarkable. It's his year. He has a 60-point triple-double this year. I mean, you got to give it to him. Let me know what you guys think. Is James Harden the clear MVP? I think he is, but you guys, probably, some of you might disagree. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you're new. Recommend something, an idea, in the comments below for a video, and I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.